Good morning. I have an early day today. So, this is a working situation. Gonna skip the bulletproof. Have myself a little half and half, which a lot of people forget is just milk and heavy cream, half and half. Anyway, I was thinking about what my topic would be today, what subject I wanted to work through, and decided it was going to be good and evil. And on the front, oh, look at that, beautiful. From the beginning, just looking at it, it seems like it's fairly simple. Good and evil. Do good, don't do evil. But a lot of people think that's subjective. So, I was thinking, is it subjective? One thing certainly is for sure. It's subjective by different religions. That first sip is always just, wake up, Joe. Let's do this. So, good and evil. I obviously have a Christian background. I was reared Catholic in a very Protestant state, in a very Protestant county. Always kind of made me feel like an outsider. However, it did give me a perspective that a lot of my peers didn't have, and still may not have. It is a strange situation to hear a bunch of Christians calling a bunch of other Christians' actions evil. That's kind of where I started to get my basis for my belief of what's good and evil. There are many different opinions, hey buddy, on what is good and evil. Come on up. Oh yeah, this guy's pretty good. So, I think we can all agree on one thing. When you step on the rights of someone else, when you are doing harm to another person, that's evil. That's kind of the line in the sand for me, right there. And that's really where the government should be involved. If you do harm to someone else, that's when laws are being broken. If you are doing harm to yourself, that's a bit more gray. I can blow all of my money. I obviously have affected my future and I've done harm to myself. Should that be illegal? No. If I spend all my neighbor's money, if I blow all that money, I've stolen someone else's property, and that's definitely worthy of legal action. So as a Christian, I've seen many Christians trying to put their beliefs into the law. And in my opinion, that's actually stealing or interloping on God's purview. We're given free will. If you're Christian, you have the freedom to choose good or evil. Without that choice, there is no free will. If you're Buddhist, it's a learning situation. If you're any other religion and you try to Muslim Sharia law, we don't have Sharia law here in America. And we don't want Sharia law. We don't want religious beliefs enforced upon the people of America. I don't want the Ten Commandments forced on the people of America. If a community has decided that they are a community Christian, a Christian community, they have the ability to say amongst their people within that community, don't break these commandments. Or as long as everybody is volunteering to do that, not a problem. Same thing with Sharia law. If you want to have a community that follows Sharia law, as long as no one is being held captive, just like any other community, go for it. Just don't try and make it law. One of the things that brought this to the forefront of my mind was watching a movie called The State of Jones. I think that's what it was called. Anyway, it was about a Southern man who goes to war to fight in the Civil War, the American Civil War, comes back and has a change of heart and ends up falling in love with a black woman. So you do a little bit of research after you see a movie like that. And you find out a marriage license was a way to prevent white people from marrying black people, people of color, whatever you want to call. And that's kind of eye-opening. Oh, a license is a mechanism of restriction and not freedom. They believed, and they had a moral and religious belief that black people should not marry white people. So, to be married, you had to have a license. That restricted marriage. I think marriage is something between you, the person you're married to, and your God, if you have one. This is essential to freedom. And when you impose your religious beliefs, it's really good coffee. And it is literally Black Rifle coffee. It's my favorite. Blackbeard's Delight. If you impose your religious beliefs onto the citizens of your country, in this case America, you are imposing your religion upon others. And if you're Christian, you're breaking God's commandment. Give unto God what is God, and unto man what is man's. I know they were talking about taxes, but it goes across the board, you know. Freedom of religion. You can practice your religion as you see fit, as long as you are not subjecting other people to your religion's rules. As long as you are not infringing upon someone else's rights. It's what led me to be a libertarian, a true libertarian, not what's going on right now. So, good and evil. It's a choice. And I think we all know in our heart which choices are good and which choices are evil. And if we're making choices, without considering that, well, we're liable to be making the wrong choices. But I think our conscience leads us to make the right choice. And to ignore it is to really do ourselves and others a disservice. Do the right thing. Have a great day. Have a great cup of coffee. So good.